Hello, and welcome to English Easy Practice. I'm really happy you're here today. If your goal is to speak English with more confidence, to understand native speakers more easily, and to sound more natural when you speak, then you are absolutely in the right place. This lesson is designed to be simple, relaxed, and effective. You don't need to rush. Just listen, enjoy the process, and let your English grow naturally. Today's episode has 4 gentle parts, and each one will help you improve in a different way. First, we'll listen to a short conversation. Then, we'll explore useful vocabulary from that conversation. After that, you'll practice answering questions in English. And finally, we'll finish with a shadowing-style speaking exercise to help your fluency. So take a comfortable breath, open your ears, and let's begin. Part 1. Listening Practice. Let's start with listening. You're about to hear a short English conversation. There's no pressure to understand every word, just focus on the main idea and the feeling of the conversation. This kind of relaxed listening helps your brain get used to natural English. Here's the situation. A woman named Sarah is talking to a man named Ben. Sarah is looking for someone to work at her cafe. Ben wants the job. Now listen to their conversation. Sarah explains that the job is making coffee and serving customers. Ben says he really needs the job and that he enjoys making coffee. Sarah then talks about the working hours. She explains that the schedule is fixed. The job starts at 7 in the morning and finishes at 3 in the afternoon. Ben feels that 7 o'clock is very early for him. He asks if he can start at 8 instead because he lives far away. Sarah understands his situation, but she explains that the cafe is very busy in the early morning. She needs help during that busy time, and the hours cannot be changed. She makes it very clear. Ben can accept the job as it is, or he can walk away. Ben thinks for a moment, then decides to accept the job. He says he can set an early alarm. Sarah welcomes him to the team and tells him she'll see him the next morning at 7. Part 2. Vocabulary in Context. Now let's look at some useful vocabulary from the conversation. The first expression is, take it or leave it. This phrase means there is no negotiation. You must accept something exactly as it is or not accept it at all. For example, this is the final price. Take it or leave it. In the conversation, Sarah uses this phrase to explain that the work hours will not change. The next word is instead. We use instead when we choose one thing and not another. For example, I wanted tea, but I drank coffee instead. Ben uses this word when he asks if he can start at 8 in the morning instead of 7. Another important word is rush. A rush is a time when many people arrive at the same time and everything becomes busy. For example, the cafe is very busy during the morning rush. Sarah explains that the cafe needs help during this busy time. Part 3. Speaking through understanding. Now let's gently practice speaking. I'll guide you through some questions about the conversation. Listen to each question, think about your answer, and then listen to the example response. This kind of practice helps your brain organize English naturally. Sarah needed someone to work at the cafe. She needed help making coffee and serving customers. Ben wanted the job. He really needed it, and he liked making coffee. The working hours were fixed. Ben had to start at 7 in the morning and finish at 3 in the afternoon. Ben asked if he could start later, at 8, because he lived far away. But Sarah explained that the cafe was busy in the early morning. She did not agree to change the hours. She clearly said the job was take it or leave it. In the end, Ben accepted the job. He decided to wake up early and set an alarm. Sarah welcomed him to the team and tells him she'll see him the next morning at 7. Part 4. Speaking naturally. Now let's focus on sounding more natural. As you listen to short lines from the conversation, try to follow the rhythm, the emotion, and the natural flow of the speaker. This helps your pronunciation, your confidence, and your speaking speed. Listen carefully to how the sentences rise and fall. Notice how native speakers connect their words smoothly. This type of practice trains your ear and your voice at the same time. You did a great job today. By listening, understanding, and practicing in a calm way, you are building real English skills. Try listening to this episode again on another day. Each time, your understanding will feel easier and more natural. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll be right here with you in the next lesson. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.